You know them too, these entitled little pricks that think that they deserve something special, that somehow they're owed something more. Give me a break. Hey guys, welcome back to the Man of War channel. Today I want to dive into entitlement. You know them, the people that think that somehow they're owed something, that they're special walking around this earth. For me, I want to give them a different planet to live in. So let's dive right into it. Accountability. These people who are entitled lack accountability. They don't have accountability for themselves, and more importantly, nobody else holds them accountable. You see it everywhere. You know, these people can shit on someone and they can go out there and walk off their jobs or be late to work or just kind of live a life that everybody owes them something, like they're entitled to something special. You see them every single day. Now listen, we're not going to put up with that, right? Because as a person who is living in this planet with a mindset of constant growth on a mission to make people better, these are the poison in our earth, entitled pricks. So if you are in that little world, if you are living maybe and you feel like you've maybe trended that direction where you're a little bit more entitled now than you were before, better start shifting that mindset real quick. You better start thinking differently. Start holding yourself accountable every single day of your life. Having others hold you accountable. So surrounding yourself with other people who can look at you and say, hey, Johnny, all right, what you're doing is not good. Hey, Johnny, you can do better than this. Hey, Johnny, you're a better man than this. Especially when it comes from people who can really have that impact in the way that you think, in the way that you act. People that you trust, people that you look at least that have some weight in what they say. Now, if you're so far-fetched that you're not listening to someone and you're just like in your own little world, like many people are walking around this world, where they just think like anything that anyone else tells them, it's for their bad instead of their good. You know them. You can't speak to them. Almost like 15, 16, 17-year-old teenagers where they shift that mindset and it's like, no, no, no. Anything you tell them, it's a no. Stop living that life. If you are in that world, like I said earlier, then you need to start walking out of that world. You need to start living in our world, in a world where honor, where integrity, where servitude is important, right? It should be really a priority in your life. Now, in the Man of War society, we live by one of the most important and most powerful virtues, which is giri, right? Servitude, obligation, duty to serve. And we do that not just for ourselves, we do that for a higher purpose. So when I talk about servitude and when I talk about serving for a higher purpose, I'm not just talking about serving for yourself, your self-centered self, right? No, we're talking about serving for a higher power, for something more meaningful, more impactful, for a cause. We need that in our world. We need warrior-minded men who have that mentality of serving, of being a better version of themselves through the process of giving of themselves. If you're not quite understanding me, if you're not quite understanding what I'm talking about, maybe you need to sit down and have a conversation with yourself and figure out why it is that you feel entitled, why it is that you feel like people owe you something, why it is that somehow, some way, you feel like because maybe you've done something in the past, because maybe you feel like you have a diploma sitting on the wall, that makes you extra fucking special. The reality is that it doesn't, especially if you're out here thinking that people owe you shit. Start waking up, be stronger, be a better person, and serve for a higher purpose. Stop this nonsense of entitlement. Listen, if you're liking this powerful message, this message about living a warrior life, I'm going to ask you to smash that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. It'll really mean a lot to us. Before you go, check this video out as badass. God bless.